We are all traumatized, and it's important to remember that all of our traumas are equipped with attractor sites that repeatedly call in repetitions of those very same traumas over and over again, all for the purpose of first forgetting and then, when we're ready, remembering. When we entangle with someone and repeat one of our traumas with them, with a conflict, abandonment, transgression, or betrayal, we are first forgetting the pain of the original trauma because we're burying it with yet another all over again, as if throwing another body on the pile with the others, yet another man or woman who has hurt us, just like all the rest. That's the fairy tale of the princess and the pea. No matter how hard she tried to bury her pain, the origin trauma, underneath one mattress and then another, she could still feel it, the pea, in the small of her back. But there comes a moment when we have forgotten for long enough, and we begin the journey of remembering. At that point, every time our traumas are re-triggered, we begin to see that there is an opportunity to heal them. And so we begin to wait for these individuals in our lives, knowing they are coming, expecting them. And in anticipation, we marshal the language, skills, and resources that we did not have when the original trauma took place for the next one. And when it arrives, we see it coming and we're able to face it, to avoid it, to call it out, to do whatever it is that we need to do that we could not do when we were children, which is to say, in one way or another, knock it out of the park. And in that moment that we succeed, an inner child is integrated. Why? Because it no longer needs to call out to us in pain, because the recessed capacity within us that was compromised by the original trauma has now been defibrillated, powerfully reactivated. And so not only does healing happen, but skill reacquisition as well. And this is why it's so important for us to remember that we're all in this together. And that as we move through the world and bump into each other and re-trigger each other, we have to remember that our psyches are playing matchmaker, abandoner with abandonee, empath with narcissist, victim with tyrant. We're just being paired with one another constantly, like Trump and Elon, like Johnny and Amber, all for the purpose of contriving these highly convincing theaters of conflict, theaters of war, where actually healing and ever greater wholeness are constantly on offer.